Namaste to you. What's up, guys? This is going to be a more casual meeting. Say hey to me if you're in here. I'm a little early. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. But I'm going to give it a minute for the room to fill up, and then we're going to talk about the Read the Reader Challenge, which is one of my favorites. One of my favorite challenges. Thank you for whoever gave me a super chat. I did not see that. Let me see. I haven't even done anything. Thank you, Melissa. Aw, sending you love too. Sending you some love too. Feels weird to go live on a Thursday. I don't usually do this. Hey, Infinite. Hey. So, as you guys know, well, actually, before I get to that, before I get to what the contest was and the winners, I wanted to say, if you want to, I'm just going to do some casual chat time after I'm done reviewing the tarot winners. So if you're interested in that and you want to hang out with me for a little bit, we can hang out, you know. I hang out a lot on my Facebook, but I don't do it on YouTube very often. If you follow me on my Facebook, you probably know a lot more about me than if you just follow me here. I tend to share more of my personal stuff over there and chat more often over there, but I do want to chat with you guys today. So yes, welcome. All right, so before I start discussing the readers, I want to make this very, very super duper clear. There are several spamming accounts pretending to be me, pretending to be lots of other readers. It's not just specific to me. It's a popular scam. They recreate your profile on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. They try to spam people in the chat. They try to get you to private message them. And they say things that clearly do not sound like me. Like, for instance, they'll say, "Hello, dear. What can I help you with, dear?" Or they'll ask a lot of probing questions. That should be red flag number 1, that it's not me. 2, I do not have a WhatsApp. 3, I do not private message people. If I'm having a contest, I make the rules very clear, and you will definitely know it's me. So please don't fall for it, because I'm like so exhausted about giving this message, but then it seems like every day I get a comment or a message of, "Dana almost fell for it," or, "Dana, there's someone with your picture floating around." And I'm like, I know, it's been going on for months. It's happening to every reader, not just me. Y'all just ignore it, block it, report it. I've tried to report it on Facebook and Instagram. They do nothing about it. So what I've recently done is I've recently made my Instagram private, which I really didn't want to do, right? It seems weird to make my page private because it's supposed to be a business page. But I guess it's now a private page because I get tired of these scammers stealing my pictures, stealing my intimate pictures that belong to me, my vacation pictures, my videos, my family pictures. It's really unnerving, and I don't want to give them access to me anymore. So if you follow me on Instagram, it's private. You can still send me a request and follow me on Instagram, and I'll just give your profile a quick scan, make sure you're not a scammer, and approve it. So you can still follow me there. You just have to request now, because they were primarily targeting Instagram. But that's all the attention I'm going to give that. Just know it's not me. I can't be everywhere at all times. Use your intuition, okay? Use your intuition. I also made my TikTok private, all right? But my Facebook is still public. I'm going to keep it public. This is still public. I'm going to keep it public. Whatever. The other scam, and I don't know if this is so much a scam, is like, I'm not really sure what this person's intention is. But there is a YouTube channel that has the name TTWD. They don't have a profile picture, although they may have added one. And what they're doing is they're going into my fellow tarot reader community and going in the live chats and being absolutely disgusting and nasty and mean towards the reader, pretending to be me. If it does not have the blue check by my name, it's not me. I'm verified on YouTube. So I had a couple people contact me as well, and a couple readers contact me and ask me, Dana, is this you? Does it seem like you? And that's because it's not me. I do not troll other readers. I love my fellow YouTube community, as evidenced by the Read the Reader challenge that I'm getting ready to go into. But I got nothing but love. So if you see someone pretending to be me, hating on a reader or throwing shade, I can promise you it ain't me. If you happen to be in the chat and you see someone do that, please let the reader know it's not me. Because as much as I want to reach out to every reader individually and let them know, I just don't have the time to be able to do that. And so I just hope that my intuitive readers know the difference, right, between me and a random person. What? Okay, so said scammer TTWD is in the chat right now. Are you serious? So the person who's going around pretending to be me is in my chat right now? Is that what I just read? Jacqueline, is that what you just sent me? The audacity. Listen, I don't know if you're doing it to support me or to pull me down, but don't ever speak on behalf of me. Never. Don't ever do that. That just brings bad karma to you. Yeah, somebody just messaged me that the actual person who is impersonating me is actually in here right now. Hey man, I don't know what's going on in your life, or woman, but nothing but love to you. Like, seriously, shine that light, but don't do it by dragging other people down and impersonating other people, all right? Not a good look. I don't suffer the consequences from it, but you will. You know, that's your karma, not my karma. So at the same time, it's irritating to me that this keeps happening, but I'm not worried about it. I know people know me. I know my energy. I know I'm authentic, and I know that I mean well, and so I'm protected from that. But I do wish you the best. Just stop using my name. All right. Anyways, I hate to start it that way. Let's get all this ickiness out of here. I almost want to do my singing bowl. I hate to start it that way, right? But I don't want anybody to fall for this, okay? So let's clear the energy out. Energy be gone. It also helps that I'm actually friends with a lot of readers on YouTube, so they already know who I am. Like, I contacted one of the, well, I hope she doesn't mind I'm going to talk about her for a second, but one of the people that got trolled by the person pretending to be me was Fierce Tarot. Do you guys know Fierce Tarot? Loves you, girl. I just love her vibe. She's followed me. I've followed her for a while. But I messaged her and I said, I heard there was a troll pretending to be me in your chat. I want you to know it's not me. And she just answered me back in the most nonchalant way. It made me laugh. She said, girl, I knew that wasn't you. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. Because you know I would never do that. So luckily, I'm friends with a lot of the readers. And so most of them already know, you know. But anyways, I don't know every reader on YouTube. That would be impossible. So if you happen to be in a chat and see that, report it. Let them know it's not me. Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty. I wrote the winners down in my manifestation book because I want the winners to be able to use this announcement as fuel for them to become passionate about what it is that they want. I think Every single person that submitted a reading to me is courageous, is amazing, just for the very act of putting yourself out there like that. It's one thing to read normal people, everyday people, but it's a little nerve wracking to read another reader or read another psychic. Um, and so I'm always impressed at how many people participate in the challenge. So here was the challenge. If you are an energy reader, a psychic, a tarot reader, and you have a channel or an Instagram or a platform that you're wanting to grow and that you're wanting to promote, or maybe you just wanted feedback on your reading style, then I opened the contest up. Anybody could submit it. You had like a 2-day window to submit me your work, your channel, or a private reading. And to read me. I invited them to read my energy, my story. And if it was resonating, then I would announce your channel on my channel to show you some love. I got way more readings than I could review. So if you did not get an email back from me, I think I emailed everybody back at least to tell them thank you. But if you didn't, it might have went to my spam folder. My Gmail for some reason always wants to put any Yahoo emails as spam. I don't know why that is. My for some reason my email thinks every person who has a yahoo.com address is spam, and I forget to check my spam folder sometimes, and my spam folder deletes things after a certain amount of days. So some of you, I honestly just didn't get it. But most of you should have gotten a response from me either way. And I want you to know, even if I don't announce your name, I genuinely, genuinely loved and watched all of them, and was moved by all of them. All right. So but I can't be on here for 3 hours, so I can't talk about 200 and some odd people. So I narrowed it down to a top 3. The top 3, I'm going to link their channel or their platform in the description box. Sorry, someone's here. So that my dogs are going to go crazy for a minute. Just hold. I don't want to have to talk over my dogs. You know what? While I'm waiting, though, because I'm not doing readings right now, I do have a little bit of rosé because it's a celebration. Cheers. Anyways. Anyways, so the top 3 will be linked, are linked. The notable mentions, I want to make sure I say your name and give you a little bit of a shout out, but I'm not going to link your channel per se, just because then it wouldn't be a contest, would it? But I want to start with the top 3, and this is in no certain order because all 3 were amazing. It was hard for me to narrow it down. So the first one I'm going to start with is Alex. Alex, his YouTube page is Blue Moons Tarot. I think he just literally started it today, maybe. I did link it in the description box below. What I really liked about Alex is that he has a very balanced masculine feminine energy, okay, which is really a trait to look for, especially when you are going to a masculine reader or a male reader. But he seemed very tapped in, tuned in, turned on to me. His reading was super clear. I could tell he was really balanced. He reads with a lot of clarity. He actually picked up on 2 different family dynamics that I have going on currently. And so it was really eye-opening, and I just kind of took that reading as validation, but I really appreciated his vibe. So go check him out, Blue Mountains Tarot. He's brand new to the YouTube scene, okay? The next one, and if I pronounce your name wrong, I am so sorry. Please do not hold that against me, okay? It's Monica Pilwal. Pilwal. I hope I said that right. It's linked down below. Don't worry. Monica is super earthy, In fact, I meant to ask her when I emailed her back if she had some heavy earth placements, but she she has like the Queen of Pentacles vibe to me, even if she's not an earth sign, or at least she was embodying that while she read me. And what's really interesting is sometimes when I get readings, I start reading the person that's reading for me, not with tarot, but just channeling. And anyways, I got a really practical energy with her. She was like super non-biased, didn't put herself in the reading. And she accurately picked up on one thing that I've been really pushing for, especially on my Facebook community, which is I have this desire to break down the collective idea that spirituality must look like a certain thing. That, like, in order to be spiritual, you must look a certain way or even behave a certain way. This is something that I've been slowly pushing on my Facebook by posting things that wouldn't necessarily be considered spiritual, like TikToks and stuff, just to kind of test the waters of my audience because I want people to understand that spirituality is not something you do. It's not clothes that you wear. It is who you are naturally. And you really don't have to do anything to have the title of spiritual because you are spiritual in a human body. And to me, spirituality is more about the emotion that you hold within your energy and channeling the higher level emotions of joy and unconditional love and empathy. But joy looks different on people in a lot of different ways. Some people find joy in dancing. Some people find it in tarot. Some people find it in singing or art. I mean, it looks different on everyone. You don't have to be prescribed to a certain thinking or even a certain religion to be spiritual. She picked up on that really clearly in the reading, and I was kind of shocked because that wasn't something I necessarily had been talking about on my platform or that I even really talked about on my Facebook. So good job, Monica. Good job. Last but not least, and like I said, these are not in any specific order. Day Elliott, they blew my mind. They blew my mind. Day Elliott does not have a YouTube. They have an Instagram, but the reading was so deep and extremely high level, and it was beyond cards. In fact, I would highly doubt she does. I'm sorry, they do any cards. I'm sorry, I want to get the pronouns right because they goes by they and them, and I want to respect that. They don't do well, maybe they do cards, but it was an audio MP3. I don't think so. I think they channel high level. All that to say, the reading picked up on my dream states, my past lives, my aura, really, really high level, not your typical, not your everyday reading. And it really stuck out to me. And I really, really appreciated that because not everybody understands or is ready for those types of readings. And so it takes courage to talk about some of the things that they talked about in the reading. So super appreciate. Awesome job, Day, if you're in here. Anyways, so those were my top three. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm terrible. See, I would be the type of coach where everybody would get a trophy. I guess I am one of those people. I know some people are like that. Not everybody can be a winner, but I feel like everybody can be a winner. So I have way more than one. But let me go through these real fast. I'm not going to link these people, but oh, you are in your day. Awesome. Great. So good to connect with you. Anyways. I do want to go to some notable mentions because there was too many to narrow it down to. So the Parallel, she does not have a channel. I guess she just did the reading out of the kindness of her heart or to see if it would resonate. I don't know. She had the sweetest spirit. But I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate your reading, and it was accurate. Then I have Victoria Q. Her channel, she does have a channel. It's called Victoria's Quest. I thought she had a very authentic, gentle energy. She provided me some messages on self-care that I really needed to hear because I have not been being good at doing self-care, at least last week. This week I'm doing better, but she picked up on that. Then if I butcher your name, Gabriella, I'm sorry, but Gabriella Talajan, her channel is simply the letter G. That's just G. Super bright energy. Like she almost came through the camera at me. So like a very bright type of energy, a really beautiful smile. She kept me intrigued. She's very well spoken. I could tell she's very emotionally intelligent. She picked up on the most recent karmic lesson that I accomplished, which was sticking to my boundaries. So thank you. That was a great reading. And then Two Halves Tarot, which I think I saw him in here earlier. He sent me a really long reading, but it was so thoughtful. I could tell you were a little nervous, and that's okay. But overall, I feel like he really put a lot of his energy into it. So it was genuine. Thank you. And then Amanda's from Danger Cat Tarot. She sent me 2 readings, and I actually called her. Like, I called her personally on her cell phone. That is not something I usually do. But she sent me a reading while she was getting, I think, Starbucks, maybe. It was so casual and yet so funny. It was so funny to me because she's so spunky. And then I guess maybe after she thought about it for a while, she was like, okay, let me do a different kind of reading. Then she sent me a very serious reading, which showed me the 2 sides of her personality. And I had to reach out to her because she was one of the few that I started reading her energy. So like as I was viewing the video, I started to get messages for her. So I actually reached out and we talked on the phone, and it was a really wonderful conversation. So hey girl, hey, if you're in here. And I also did the same exact thing with another reader, which is my last but not least, Amber, from Amber Lee in Vibrational Alignment. Same thing. She was very insightful and very thoughtful, but for some reason my guides wanted me to read her more than they wanted me to hear the reading. So I ended up calling her, which, you know, it's always a little weird when I guess someone you don't know calls you. But she was actually really open to it. And we had a really good conversation. It was super fun to connect, and just a really sweet, nice girl. And I really had fun with it. So thank you. Oh, you're in here. Okay, awesome. Hey girl, hey. So if I didn't personally call you, please don't be offended, but I was even surprised I did that. But it's not the first time I've done it. I have surprise called a few people before. And I don't make a habit out of doing that because I would be on the phone 24/7. But sometimes people just stick out to me, you know, if they email me or, and there's no rhyme or reason. It's not even like the people with the saddest story or the ones that email me repeatedly. Usually I actually ignore those. But for some reason, there's certain people that just like glow to me, like in the chat, like they stick out to me, and then I feel drawn to call them, and I do. So that's what happened. So yes, congratulations to all the winners. I hope that that gives you, if nothing else, a little bit of a smile today. And I really hope that your channels get some traffic from this. And if not, then don't worry, keep at it because you're gifted, and don't let anybody hold you down, right? So yeah. Those are my winners. Now, oh, hey, Monica. Oh, good. I'm so glad I have a lot of you in here. Monica, I was actually talking about your energy. Has anybody ever told you that you have a very earthy energy? Just curious. So anyways, that's not the first time I have ever done the Read the Reader. So I do it about every quarter. This is like the third or fourth time I've done it. I actually met Rebel Angels Tarot that way. She read me. And now she's my moderator and my friend. But I love connecting with people and supporting the psychic community, because here's the other thing. As much as we want to think that the collective is all on board with esoteric and spirituality and law of attraction and tarot, most of us live in communities where we're usually the outcast. And so I think this community and this channel gives people an opportunity to connect with other like-minded people so that you don't feel alone. So you know you're not crazy, and that you have like a sounding board. And that's really important to me, and because that's something that I have felt too in my own life, feeling not always understood or accepted or whatever in my own community, in my own social groups, where now I'm pretty open with it. I'm pretty just blah. I am who I am. But for the longest time, I hid that part of myself where I just I would bring it up, but I keep it to myself, especially in more public environments, but yeah, not anymore. It just feels good to be myself. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Just be the weird friend. Everybody needs the weird esoteric friend, right? And we can be that. How boring life would be without the weird friend. I mean, you're welcome. That's what you should tell your friends and family. Like, without me, this would be so boring. So you're welcome. Right? Like, I'm here to expand your mind and maybe annoy you a little bit, but whatever. Not my problem. So, anyways, yeah, what do you guys want to chat about? I feel like so drawn to pull some cards, and I said I was not going to pull cards, but maybe I have a collective message here, okay? So I don't really want to deny my guidance because I'm really feeling drawn to pull cards, so I can't help myself. All right, let's draw some cards and see. We did a little collective for you. Oh, and I did touch base with Jamie DJ Sloan. Maybe you've seen her in the chat a few times. She's been a longtime follower of mine. She won the other contest where you could win a free reading, and I got to chat with her on Tuesday, and it's such a pleasure. Like, I really miss doing private readings, so it was fun. Not that I never do them. What's going on with my cards? Sorry. ADD. Not that I never do private readings, because I do, but I don't usually open my website up for them. I usually do them very selectively because I am blessed to be able to do that. So, anyways, let's see. 156 of you in here. That's the lowest count I ever had. Oh, because I guess I'm not doing readings, right? That's okay. Well, for those of you in here, you're about to get a reading anyways. Ta-da! But if you watch this later, then this may also connect with you. It's a collective reading, meaning that these are higher level messages that will resonate with those that are drawn to this moment in time or maybe viewing it later. Okay? So let me see. Let me see what feels good to me. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for the love. Aw, thanks, Lisa. Oh, wow. I have a presence here because I just went deaf in this ear. Okay. So I know it's not my guide because my guide comes in through this ear and it's a high pitched ringing and I know the sound. This is coming through this ear and it's almost blocking the air from moving through my ear. Um, so who is this? Hold on a second. I might have to meditate for a second. Hold on a second. Let me meditate for a moment, okay? I heard gumdrops and lollipops and unicorns and what looked like a butterfly turned into a dragonfly, and I also heard the name Michael. I don't know if that's Archangel Michael because I did do a clearing and healing meditation for myself early this morning involving Archangel Michael. But that was like super specific, and I feel like that was for one person in particular. Some of you have a guide here that's not my guide, or a someone in the non-physical that's wanting to connect. All right. And there's something about a vision board and holding on to your vision of what you have yet to accomplish, because there is much to accomplish, and that's important to hear. It's not really about what has transpired so much as what's coming forward, and you wouldn't still be here on this plane or on this path if you didn't have something yet to accomplish. And just to remember that higher level message that there is a vision, a higher vision that you're not seeing right now. It feels like the focus is dim. They gave me the word dim, or that it is becoming transparent though. So for some of you, there's something that I think you give me the word dim-witted. Okay. Um, that maybe had you dumbfounded. I feel like that's a nicer word. That had you feeling a little bit dumbfounded, that there's some sort of, it's like not being able to see the forest through the trees. Is that a saying? The trees through the forest? I never know which way that goes. It's like something being right there, right in front of you, like it's transparent, but someone's focus is like in another direction, or there's a dim light on it that has yet to be really shown or open up for whoever this is connecting with. And it's like, I have Mariah Carey. What is the deal with Mariah Carey coming through so much? Vision of love. Vision of love. Um, but it doesn't have to be towards that, because I don't feel this is in specific to any certain type of relationship more so is keeping your vision on what makes you feel loving, on being loved, on the fact that you're unconditionally loved, that there's love here for you. And there's nothing worth doing if you're not going to do it with love. And if you've been feeling disconnected or out of sorts, or this energy has you feeling like you're not on earth anymore, it's because you're not seeing your life through the eyes of love, which is hindering you from being able to see something that's really transparent. And what is so transparent is that it's like all around you, it's surrounding you, and not really choosing to look at it. Well, they said not by choice, but just by happenstance. Okay. There was something here, not by choice, by happenstance. Um, this is a full on channeled message. I have not even looked at the cards. So I'm not even sure this is a collective. It could just be for one person, but take it as it resonates. It's just like, yeah. Because now I have BB Rexa, In the Name of Love. That's a beautiful song. In the name of love. It's like the reason something isn't going the direction that you want it to go is because you're not coming from a space of love. You're coming from a space of either feeling disconnected from that, or maybe disconnected from reality, or putting justification or walls up around why you can't feel love. Some of you, it's like there is hurt or some sort of blockage around pain that's preventing you from seeing something in loving eyes. It's like the message is dissipating the more that I'm talking. Then I heard The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's a great album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I think that's 90% sure. That's it. It's like download over. They like literally cut me off. So now I'm just going to read the cards that I have out. All right, so you have the Queen of Swords. Well, I guess it's a general. Now I'm like feeling weird. I'm feeling like a little bit disconnected myself. Hold on a second. There's a disconnection here between what you're wanting and too much focus on what you currently have. Like having a dream in mind, having success in mind, having something that you want in mind. But then like cutting yourself off from it, because it's so easy to start focusing on the not having of something that you start to forget what you've already accomplished or what you already love about your life or this person or this situation or whatever. It's like you're looking in the wrong direction. I just heard looking for love in all the wrong places. So it's like the validation and the success and the vision that you've held really strongly onto is here for you. And some of you are about to realize it. That's where the transparent energy is coming from, where it's getting ready to pop through the ethers. And it has to deal with some sort of validation, sorry, or success with something you feel very, very strongly about. Like, this is not something, whatever this is pertaining to, that would be something you could go without or maybe have tomorrow. Like you're not, sorry, my dog. You're not flaky about it. Whatever this is, you're not flaky about it. You may appear to others as flaky. You may doubt yourself, but deep down in your core, you are not flaky about it. Meaning like you have a very strong vision and it's been on your mind for a while. But there's something you must first realize, and that is that when you have a strong desire, you also usually have a strong belief that it is yet to come or that you do not currently have it. Because just having the desire alone implies energetically to the universe that you do not have, because you do not desire for things that you already have. And so they want you to soothe the energy around that and reframe your thinking around it as to it being a practical reality. That's something that must come. That's something you're certain of, secure about, confident about, and stop soothe the desire from something that's so far off to something that would be as practical as putting your shoes on in the morning. It's expected. What's holding you apart from it is the expectation that there must be a weight or something you're doing wrong, or that the focus on it not being here yet. And that's really what's holding energetically the situation apart from you coming to the realization that your vision is solid. It's like, when you have I'm going to equate this to a relationship, okay? To relationships. When you have a strong love for someone and a strong belief that they always show up, they always show up. Vice versa. When you have a strong love for someone, but you believe they always leave you on red, they will always leave you on red. And maybe that's because that's just an example. Some of you, that's specifically what's going on, but I just take it as an example. At the energetic difference, right? So like if you have a friend that always texts you back, but they don't text you back right away, you don't freak out. You don't start feeling insecure about it. They're going to text you back. That's your friend. They're going to text you back. So you don't lose your vibration. You don't lose your alignment over it. Vice versa, when you're very insecure, not secure with where you stand with a connection, it points to an insecurity within yourself as to how confident you feel about that connection. And so if you're insecure with a person, you text them, they don't text you back, you lose sight. You start throwing your alignment all over the place. And then you get mixed results. It's like Spirit's wanting you to have the confidence that it's practical, it's real, it's here, but you have to get out of your own way with your own insecurities about it. And if this is not in regards to a relationship, because that was just an example, but that was the example I was drawn to give. If this is about like career or something, or family, or another area of your life, same goes. When you have a job and you're really good at it, you're secure in the fact that you're going to go. You're going to move up. You're going to keep getting a paycheck. Your boss is not going to surprise you tomorrow. You feel secure. Vice versa. When you're in a job role and you doubt that you know what you're doing, or you doubt that you're going to be successful, or you're paying too much attention to not being successful enough, not fast enough, it's not coming right away, and so I must not be good. I must not be good at this. Just know you are giving a message to the universe that says, okay, yeah, you're not good enough. Not as a punishment, but you get what you think about, So it's like, if it's a job, say, they're saying, don't wait for the proof. The proof is coming. Stick to the vision, right? Don't wait for other people's validation to tell you that your vision is correct. You need to stick with your vision and find joy in it and find love in it. And now they want me to bring back the original message that was channeled, which is you need to see the situation through the eyes of love, whether that is your career, a relationship, or whatever it is that you're strongly desiring. And believe that you have been heard. All right. So that was my random collective reading, and I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you to all of the readers who submitted a reading. I just genuinely enjoyed connecting with you guys. And even if you're not a reader, you know, I'm not always very good at answering emails, but please know my email is always open. I love to hear from you guys, even if it's just, hey, you know, I never mind helping a reader find themselves if I have times, or review them if they want me to. You can email me tarottimewithdana1@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and we can chat there for more fun stuff. So I'm going to leave it there. Until next time. Namaste. Bye.